If you don't know, October is Audiology Awareness Month. I hope I'm saying that right. I have a whole doctor next to me, you guys. According to the American Academy of Audiology, nearly 29 million adults in the U.S. could benefit from wearing hearing aids. Dr. Sarah Kate Fisher from Alabama Hearing Associates joins us this morning to talk more about that topic right there. Good morning. How you doing, doctor?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
I am happy that you are here because, like you say, 29 million people, I mean, everybody or as many people as possible need to be aware about the benefits of those and if they qualify to use one. So please talk to us more about National Audiology Awareness Month and National Protect Your Hearing Month. We understand it's also National Protect Your Hearing Month as well, like we said.
Yes. So it is very important that people realize that hearing loss not only affects your ears, it affects your whole body.
Really?
So untreated hearing loss is linked with cognitive decline, falls with broken bones, social isolation, even depression. And what happens is when you're not hearing well, your brain is actually having to work harder to hear and understand those conversations, and it starts to rewrite the wiring of your brain.
Yeah. And like you said, it's not only going to affect the person who might be losing their hearing, but I also imagine sometimes people don't always know how to handle somebody who can't hear that well, because then you find yourself having to repeat yourself a few times more than you might want to. And I want to ask you about that a little later. But what are some signs of hearing loss people often overlook?
Yes. So usually one of the most common ones is that they're wanting to turn up the television louder than other people would prefer, asking others to repeat themselves, or complaining that people are mumbling when they're really not mumbling, because it's often I can hear but I can't understand. Yeah, those are the main ones. So usually loved ones and family members can notice that there's hearing loss before they do.
And once you start to notice some of those symptoms, you know, are there risks for leaving that loss untreated?
Yes. So even studies show that even a month after somebody had hearing loss, it starts to change the wiring of the brain. And so it's not just about loss of connection with loved ones or that social isolation because they're afraid of going into those noisier environments because they can't communicate. It really does affect the whole body.
Wow. And that's something that I did not know. I do have some family members of my own, my grandparents, near and dear to me, that do use hearing aids, and you know, some were resistant, you know, at first, and some were open to welcoming, you know, the hearing aid, because it really can change the perspective and the interaction that you have with your family. And so that's what I'm so glad that you're here, because I really want to learn more. And you brought some with you, or you brought some items with you? Hearing protection. Okay. Yes. So what are some ways to protect our hearing loss before that even happens?
Yes. So protecting the hearing loss is the best thing you can do to decrease your risk of dementia, because you definitely, you know, what ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right?
There you go, yes.
So noise exposure is kind of like sun exposure. Those little bits of doses add up over time. So I recommend having hearing protection with you. I love these because they're in a little keychain, so you can always have them with you. If you have your keys, you have your hearing protection. And then these little roll-up hearing protection, if you've got your wallet, you have your hearing protection.
There you go, yeah.
I've had patients who always have their hearing protection, and the one time they forgot, they end up having permanent hearing loss because they went to a concert without hearing protection.
And things like that, that's something that, especially young folks, you know, everybody will go to a concert, but like, we get excited about going to a concert. You want to be in the front row, but that's exactly where the speakers are, and it's literally just pounding. So something as simple as going to a concert can have an effect, but it's important that we protect ourselves before we even put ourselves in that situation.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's something, you guys, right there. So I want to ask this question right now. So if we have, you know, a family member or you know someone that you know is suffering with hearing loss, how can you, as a friend or relative, be a little bit more patient, or not be so quick to get agitated when you do have to constantly repeat yourself, or they're saying you're mumbling, I can't hear you? Like, how do you handle yourself?
Yes. So shouting being louder isn't helpful. It's really about being more deliberate with how you're talking. So maybe lowering the pitch of your voice, but also slowing your rate of speech so they have a better chance of understanding everything. Another one that people will forget is, you know, we're having this conversation and we're changing subjects as we need to. They may not catch that change of subject. So if you're talking about going out to dinner and then all of a sudden you're talking about real estate or moving somewhere else, they're still thinking about a restaurant, not real estate. And then you're going, okay, are they going crazy or did they not hear me? So it's good to just make sure that they know when you're changing the subject.
There you go, being intentional. And I know my producer is saying we have 1 minute, so one more last question for you. It's a lot that you shared with us today. Where can folks go to learn more information if they know someone who needs assistance?
Yes, so I would recommend going to our website, alabamahearing.net. We have a lot of excellent information about hearing loss, hearing aids, tinnitus, hearing protection, and then also we have stuff about our nonprofit here in the Call Rocket City.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And you guys have a giveaway coming up as well?
We do have a giveaway.
Yes, we want to hear about that.
Yes, so if you have a family member or a loved one, a friend who can't afford hearing aids, or you know that they need hearing aids but they haven't been able to make the plunge, you can nominate them for our free hearing aids that we are giving out this month, either through our email on our website or through social media.
Perfect. And you all know what? Of course, we're going to help you. We have the links on our As Seen on Day to Day page. Please do yourself a favor, go check those out and maybe help a loved one in need. Doctor, thank you so much for stopping by today. It was a true pleasure.
Having me.
Of course.